Well, in this chapter, we get to see what I'm assuming is just a glimpse of the true power that Naruto holds within him, and man, it's awesome to behold.
Naruto, number 28, Nine Tails.
Well, hello, my brothers and sisters of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, here to bring you another review on the awesome and adventurous and just action-filled tale of Naruto. Our last chapter, of course, saw us with Sasuke apparently dying, killed by Haku, and Naruto at the end. I mean, he's just his eyes, and he just looked feral, and I mean, just like he's about to break out of his shell and go nuts, you know. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, son of a bitch, you know. And he's got the nine-tailed demon fox, you know, the essence or the aura or the soul of it locked up and sealed inside of him. And obviously this has to be coming out or partially coming out. I don't know if it can be controlled. And oh man, it's just so exciting. That's how we ended the volume. Or that's how we ended the chapter. That's how we ended the volume. And here we are breaking into volume 4, brothers and sisters. And this right here, that's just, that tells you what's going on right there, man. Look at that shit. That is just wicked, wicked cool, man. Just to see this crazed, like, electrified flame-looking fox coming out of Naruto. And immediately Haku's like, oh shit, what the hell's going on? Like, hold on a second, what do you mean he's manifesting his chakra? What the hell's the deal with that? And then it shows you know, cuts starting to heal up on him and everything, the ones that Haku had inflicted during their battle and what have you, you know? And I mean, just really cool to see, because this is the first time that Haku is truly, like, fearing for his life and fearing and probably questioning his skills and his abilities, because you gotta remember that, you know, he's basically useless if he can't win and kill and be this killing machine for Zabuza, and that's kind of his whole, you know, mentality going into things, and he already started to experience a little bit of, I think, self-doubt when he saw that Sasuke was starting to pick up on and actually catch up with his moves, his movements, and things like that. So this is an action-packed chapter from start to finish, and honestly, I mean, you could really flip through the pages and be like, I'm done in like 2 minutes here. Very, very cool stuff, though. I mean, Naruto goes and as Haku goes and tries to move from one mirror to another, Naruto goes and kind of charges and smashes into the mirror that it was just in, you know, and Haku's like, oh shit, you know, I gotta escape and move to the next mirror, and as he's going to move from one mirror to the next with his, you know, his whole powers and everything like that, Naruto goes and just is able to catch him, to stop him, grab him, you know, stop him dead in his tracks, and then you just get, and this is, I don't even know, like 4 or 5 pages into it or whatever, maybe 10 pages into it, you just get this awesome double-page spread. Sorry, I should probably keep that up there for a second. Double-page spread, man, and I mean, it's just a few different things of and you know, and I mean, he is just going all out, just jacking Haki the fuck up, you know, and in between this whole thing, we wind up getting outside of the mirrors, the ice mirror demon prison of hell. We wind up having, of course, we know Kakashi and Zabuza are going at it, and Kakashi had kind of left us with this, like, all right, we're gonna stop messing around here, you know. I have more than just the Sharingan eye that I can use, and we were kind of waiting on to see what that was about. So as him and Zabuza, they go and they kind of like both freeze up, and they're like, what the hell? And Zabuza can like just sense the power, you know, just the raw energy and power. And Kakashi the same thing. And then he goes and he's like, oh man, you know, is the seal spell broken, you know? And he goes and somehow or another is able to detect and figure out that no, it's been weakened, you know, but it's not broken, you know, so we're still safe, so to speak. And I'm not really sure how the whole, you know, thing works and everything else as far as the spell that kind of sealed away that demon and the soul of it and everything else. All I know is Naruto is one bad mamma jamma, at least in this chapter. He just, you know, experiencing the loss and the death, of course, of Sasuke, and just the pure and utter rage and emotion that goes with that. I mean, it is just cool to see. It's cool to see it depicted. It's cool to see it drawn. So Kakashi goes and he busts out this scroll, man. And he's like, flips it up in his hands and busts this thing out, you know. And I don't know if he's got to go and read up on some moves or something like that he's got going down. But he's like, hey, Zabuza, you're a busy man. I'm a busy man. We both got shit to do here. Tell you what, why don't we go and finish this with just one final devastating move, you know? Like, basically, just if one can wipe the other one out, so be it, and then we can be done, and, you know, I can go, I got other shit to do, you know? So, and Zabuza's like, oh yeah, show me what you have. What did you have in mind, Kakashi? You know, like, what else do you have? You know, I've already seen the Sharingan eye, and I've been able to, you know, kind of predict and what you were doing to me with the predictability and everything else, and I kind of figured out a countermeasure for that, you know. So, but anyway, then going back into the whole thing with Naruto and Haku, I mean, he just like I said, Haku in my mind at this point is like, oh my god, you know, like I can't beat this guy. Like I have no idea. It must feel now to Haku like it felt when Sasuke and Naruto were trapped in there, and Haku was obviously using his superior ability against them. You know, it must feel like that because they probably felt some fear and some like some hesitancy and kind of like some tentativeness, like geez, I don't know if we can beat this guy. And I think this is the same thing that he's now feeling. And on one hand, I feel bad for him because yeah, he's a kid, right? I mean, but on the other hand, I mean, he's a trained killer kid too. So anyway, after Naruto goes and jacks him up with that series of punches and fists and everything else, he winds up just smashing him right through the mirrors, and you just see all the mirrors are coming crumbling down, and the whole thing is broken. Haku is busted out over there, and he winds up knocking him 30, 40, 50 feet away. And then there was a real powerful double page over here that I thought was kind of cool. You go and you see Naruto obviously is, he's gaining some ground. He's coming to close the distance and just finish this opponent off. And Haku's mask actually breaks off. I thought that was drawn very well. A piece of Haku's mask breaks off, and you just see the blood running down the side of his face. So obviously Naruto hit him so goddamn hard, his mask shattered, probably busted into his face. Very, very cool, though, the way it's done. And then it's just got like, I am finished. And then you see Naruto is just right up on him and whatnot. And then you go and you sees the face, because as the other half of the mask falls off, and it's Master Zabuza. Now that's how the chapter ends. And honestly, Naruto, if you remember, Haku went and kind of like dressed up as, well, I don't know, I presume was a girl or dressed up like a girl. And just that day or the day before was the one that was talking with Naruto in the woods, So I don't know if he's going to make that connection or what, but it kind of leaves us hanging where Naruto's just right at about like right at face, fist at face to go and just put a hole right through Haku's head, man. God, this is good stuff. All right, so that's how the chapter ends off. I got to finish this shit up here because I got to read the next chapter, so forgive me if it's cut a little bit short, but ultimately I think I got in all my thoughts in here. So my chapter question, though, for you as brothers and sisters is, without giving too much away, I'd like to know how Kakashi could just sort of like, first he was like, oh my god, is the seal broken? And then like a panel later, he's like, oh no, it's cool. It's just, it's slightly bent, not broken type of thing. How does one determine whether a magical spell is still in place fully on someone? Is it, without spoiling me too much, is there anything that anybody can shed any light on? Is something that I missed so far, or is it something that'll be explained later on? Because to me that seemed a little bit presumptuous to just be like, oh yeah, well, it's cool, it's kind of broken, but not really. It's not bad, it's not like DEFCON 5 yet, So, but we're gonna have to check into that, and reseal that sumbitch back in there. That's kind of how I felt with the way he said it. But anyway, if you can shed some light on that, brothers and sisters, leave it in the comments down below. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, the like button if you think that I deserve it, or if you just think Naruto is fucking badass. And then subscribe if you haven't done so already. We will look forward to catching you in the next one, Nation. So remember to follow me over there on the Facebook, my other channel, the Twitter,